Welcome to Traveling Kangaroo. The South China Sea is a vital waterway in the global economy, serving as a crucial maritime corridor. It carries trillions of dollars in trade each year, making it one of the busiest and most important shipping lanes in the world. Major shipping routes pass through its waters, connecting East Asia with the rest of the world, facilitating the flow of goods and commodities. Beneath the waves lie significant reserves of oil and natural gas, which are essential for the energy needs of many nations. These resources are crucial for the energy security of many surrounding nations, providing a lifeline for their economies. The fisheries of the South China Sea are also a vital source of food and income for millions of people, supporting local communities and economies. This combination of economic and strategic importance makes the South China Sea a focal point of international attention, drawing interest from global powers. The overlapping territorial claims in the South China Sea further complicate the situation, creating a complex web of geopolitical tensions. China, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan all assert sovereignty over parts of the sea, each with their own historical and legal justifications. These competing claims have led to diplomatic standoffs and occasional naval confrontations, heightening the risk of conflict. The potential for conflict in the region remains high, with military buildups and strategic posturing by various nations. The South China Sea is a powder keg, and any misstep could have far-reaching consequences, impacting global stability and security. In recent years, China has taken a more assertive stance in the South China Sea, a region rich in resources and strategic importance. Beijing has embarked on an ambitious island-building campaign, constructing artificial islands at a rapid pace. They have transformed reefs and shoals into artificial islands, altering the natural landscape significantly. These islands feature harbors, airstrips, and military installations, making them formidable outposts. This construction project allows China to project power further into the disputed waters, enhancing their military reach. China claims historical rights to nearly the entire South China Sea, a claim rooted in ancient maps and records. They demarcate this claim with the controversial 9-line, which has been a point of contention. This line encompasses much of the exclusive economic zones of other Southeast Asian nations, leading to disputes. China's island-building campaign is seen by many as an attempt to solidify these claims and assert dominance. They are creating facts on the ground, or rather in the water, by establishing a physical presence. This strategy has drawn condemnation from the international community, raising tensions in the region. The environmental consequences of China's island-building campaign have been severe. The dredging and land reclamation activities have caused significant damage to coral reefs. These reefs are crucial for marine biodiversity. They act as nurseries for fish and protect coastlines from erosion. The destruction of these ecosystems threatens the livelihoods of people who depend on fishing and tourism. The construction has also increased pollution levels in the South China Sea. Sediment plumes from the dredging operations smother marine life. Chemicals and waste from construction activities further contaminate the water. This environmental damage not only impacts the South China Sea, but also has implications for the wider region. Militarization of the man-made islands, a looming threat. China's island-building project has significant military implications. The artificial islands host airstrips capable of handling military aircraft. They also house radar systems, missile batteries, and other military infrastructure. These installations enhance China's ability to monitor and control the surrounding waters. The militarization of these islands has raised concerns among neighboring countries and the United States. They fear that China could use these bases to enforce its claims in the South China Sea. This could restrict freedom of navigation and overflight in the region. The increased military presence raises the risks of miscalculation and escalation. Structural weaknesses. The fragility of China's artificial archipelagos. Despite their imposing appearance, China's artificial islands are inherently vulnerable. They are built on top of reefs and shoals. These foundations are unstable and susceptible to erosion. The harsh marine environment with its typhoons and strong currents poses a constant threat. There are also concerns about the quality of construction. Reports suggest that some of the islands are sinking faster than anticipated. The use of substandard materials and rushed construction timelines may have compromised their structural integrity. These factors raise doubts about the long-term viability of these artificial outposts. A sea of challenges, climate change and geopolitical tensions. The future of China's artificial islands is uncertain. Rising sea levels due to climate change pose a significant threat. The islands are low-lying and vulnerable to inundation. Even a small rise in sea level could submerge significant portions of these artificial landmasses. Geopolitical tensions also cast a shadow over the island's future. The ongoing disputes in the South China Sea show no signs of abating. The involvement of external powers, such as the United States, further complicates the situation. Any escalation of tensions or miscalculation could threaten the stability of the region and the future of these artificial islands. An uncertain future. The long-term viability of China's island project. China's island-building campaign in the South China Sea is a bold geopolitical gamble. These artificial islands, constructed with immense resources, are meant to extend China's influence and control over this strategically vital region. While it has allowed China to assert its presence in the region, the project faces significant challenges. The environmental damage, military risks, structural weaknesses, and the immense cost of upkeep are just a few of the hurdles. Geopolitical uncertainties further complicate the situation, raising serious questions about the long-term viability of these artificial islands. The international community watches closely, adding pressure to an already complex scenario. Without significant investment in maintenance and protection, these islands could become a liability for China. The harsh marine environment accelerates wear and tear, demanding constant and costly repairs. They may ultimately prove to be a costly and unsustainable endeavor. The financial burden of maintaining these outposts could outweigh their strategic benefits. The future of these man-made outposts hangs in the balance, teetering between strategic asset and financial drain. Subject to the forces of nature, geopolitics, and the choices China makes in the years to come, the fate of these islands remains uncertain. Only time will tell if this ambitious project will stand the test of time. Thanks for watching Traveling Kangaroo.